Got two important home games coming up here. A chance for us to try to do something here moving forward. I thought in the Florida game we said that we wanted to limit their possessions, and I thought we did a decent job as far as like taking care of the basketball by only turning it over 10 times. But I thought, we took some ill-advised quick shots, and to me, I told our team that's a turnover as well. But the other way of limiting their possessions is like we didn't grind it deep into the shot clock for us offensively. And then the other thing is just the defensive rebounding. We got killed on the boards. I believe it was 44-20. So when you want to try to beat a quality team like Florida and you're to undermanned, you have to limit the possessions. I thought we did a poor job of that. Besides, physically taking care of the basketball. So we've got to get healthy again as far as like how we feel about ourselves and how we feel about our team. I thought we lacked some enthusiasm, and more importantly, I really didn't feel that our guys thought that they could win that game. I didn't think they had a belief in themselves. So in order for us to be successful, we got to believe in ourselves, and I didn't think we had that against Florida. So we got to get that back.
I guess a thread in these games has been the getting caught in the other team's tempo often and leading turnovers. But when you got guys playing with so much effort, how do you get them to tamp it down on one end when they got to play so hard on the other end?
Yeah, it's a catch-22, and it's a great question because, I feel like because we're offensively challenged, when we push the basketball, it gives some guys some opportunities to get some easy baskets in transition because, guys like Craig Sword excel pushing the basketball. Then sometimes Fred can get an open shot in the corner or we can outrun some guys. But it's the decision-making while we're running, like our guys just don't have a feel right now of like when it's just simply not there. And, that could be attested to like Craig Sword's, 9 turnovers against Arkansas where it just simply wasn't there at times and we pushed the envelope. So, with a young, inexperienced team and not a lot of point guard play, we have a hard time figuring out when the opportunity is there and when it's not. So, I just felt like it was our best interest to not even try to push the ball, against Florida. And, maybe against Texas A&M, LSU, we'll give them that freedom back because I want those guys to run. I want them to fast break, but we also got to make good decisions while we're doing it.
When you watch Elston Turner go for 40 and basically do his best, he just shows with impression at Kentucky. Just what stood out to you in that is just getting enough. Is it the space that he's able to get between the defender that really allows him to? Because it didn't look like they were guarding him all that poorly.
Yeah, I just think it's the different ways that he scored. Like a lot of times when a guy scores a lot of points, he does it in one way, and I thought he scored at all levels of the basketball. He hit deep threes, he hit mid-range shots, he got post-up opportunities, he got to the rim. So when you're playing a guy like that who can score at all different levels, that's what poses the problem to me. The other thing is like he's a crafty scorer. He's not like this big-time explosive athlete, but he just finds a way to like maneuver himself and get himself in scoring opportunities. So, he's got a big body too, so you really can't bother him physically with play too. So he obviously he's a good player when he scores 40 points at Rupp Arena. So we got to figure out a way to limit his touches. We got to treat him kind of the way we treated Pope and the way we treated McCray as far as like trying to be Pope conscious, McCray conscious. Now we got to be Turner conscious.
On the teleconference, you talked about the guys having to grow up in front of everybody. And is there anything different or unusual you can do to just help them understand what you're trying to accomplish or anything?
Well, no, it's hard. I kind of reference like Michael Frazier for Florida. Michael Frazier has the luxury of being a freshman and coming in and just being a role guy. And he doesn't have to be the guy. And all of our freshmen, and they really are inexperienced guys because the only person with any sort of experience is Jalen Steele. So even like our junior college guys, you can say they're juniors or sophomores, but they really don't have any experience at this level. So, they're trying to grow up in front of everybody, but also be the main thrust of the team. Michael Frazier can be just part of the team and let those guys like, Young and Kenny Boyd and those like that take on the workload and kind of just be there to make open shots for Michael Frazier. So it's like an unfortunate situation for our guys because they have to grow up in front of everybody, but they have to do it.